All right, so here's a real life example. I have a podcast, edgeonregenshow.com, where I have the best of the best doctors that talk about their niches. It could be testosterone, it could be stem cells, it could be PRP, whatever it may be. But I have the show because I was helped by a chiropractor years ago. I had a bulging disc. I wasn't able to sleep on my own bed for a year. Went to a chiropractor, my entire life changed. I started my own business in 2008. Started the show just a few years ago. And I started to realize, well, one, how do I get clients? Right? And so I thought of, wait a minute. If I focus on helping enough people get what they want in this life, I can help myself and get everything I want. So I called up this doctor, and of course, he didn't answer the phone. It was the Barracuda, the secretary. And when she answered it, I said, yeah, I'd like to talk to Dr. John. Is he available? And she was like, no, he's not. Can I take a message? Of course, the old school. Can I take a message? And when I did that, I said, yes, this is Mark Anthony. I was just calling to speak to Dr. John about having him on our podcast. And it would be an honor to have him speak on testosterone. She was like, oh, wow, that'd be great. Can you tell me more about your show? I go, you can go to edgeonregenshow.com, and we're on all the major platforms, and I would like to have him on the show. She goes, okay, awesome, thanks. Send her all the information. And then from there, he called me back. Hey, this is Dr. John. How can I help you? And I go, yeah, I would love to have you on our show, Dr. John. I'm the owner and presenter of edgeonregenshow.com, and we focus on having the best of the best doctors in their niche to be on our show. And I would love to have you on our show to talk on testosterone. And he said, you know what, that'd be fantastic. And then he's like, wait, well, tell me a little bit about yourself. I go, I'm an ex-tennis pro. I used to work for Mazda, Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler as a trainer and a closer, and I ran the internet department. And he goes, wow, that's awesome. I go, I retired a couple years ago, and I realized that my main passion is helping other people out. If I can have one video that can help people learn about having a better body and better health, that's why I do what I do. So what would be the best time that we can connect and have you on the show? We do a pre-recorded call, and then from there, we go live, and then what we do is we doctor up the video, we put your brand on there, your logo, call to action, your phone number, and from there, might possibly get some clients from that. And not just that, you get a professional video. And he goes, wow, that sounds fantastic. So we'll kind of forward this up just a little bit, everyone. So what I did was I was able to get in contact with the main person by not trying to sell him my services. Because if I would have focused on just trying to sell him my services, what do you think he would have done? No, thank you. At this time, we're fine. They always say that, right? No, thank you. So I said, okay, no problem. That's what I would have normally have said. But in this case, it was different. I was giving him something that was worth value. How many people are trying to sell their products and there is no value whatsoever? A lot of us are. You're probably hearing in the background, what's that water noise? I was getting some tea. You're probably wondering also, well, why don't you just stay in the box and just read the words? I'm not doing that. I think that people need to go back to people, the organic feel. And so that's what you're getting. So if you hear things in the background, my dog, me grabbing a hot tea, that's what that noise is, or those noises are. So with that being said, getting back to Dr. John, I had him on the show. And the show was fantastic. We connected, and when we connected on Zoom, we just started talking. And I said, hey, how are you doing? What's going on in your life? I wasn't going for a no sale or anything. Still building relationship. And we just started to connect. We just started to talk. We just let it flow. The problem with salespeople is they want to always think of bullet points that they're going to ask the client so they can get the close. Stop thinking about the close. Get to know the person. Yes, like a friend. Would you try to close a friend? No, you get to know them. You want to do things together. And possibility, you guys could become good friends. One of my doctors right now, we'll call him Dr. Bolin. We've been working together for over 3 years now. We're good friends. I have many friends that are doctors. You cannot build a foundation off of just selling. You want to build friendship, long-lasting, not just friendship, but also business clientele. So with that being said, him and I got along really well. And then we did the Zoom phone call or the live show. And then after the show, I just said, hey, you did a great job. And then we just started to talk a little bit. And I said, hey, I said, I do a lot of consulting for companies. And I just wanted to say that I like your website. And he goes, yeah, I like the website too. He goes, but I really like your website. It's got a lot of movement. It's got a video. It's really professional. And I was like, thank you. I appreciate it. And I go, what do you like about your website? Notice the keywords. I go, what do you like about your website? And he goes, I like this and this. I go, what do you like about with the people that you're working with? And when I said that, he goes, well, I'll tell you what I don't like. I don't like the fact that when I need to get changes done, it's not getting done quickly. It takes forever for them to do anything. I go, wow. I go, do they send you an update on how well your website's doing every month? He goes, no, not really. I go, well, are you getting a lot of leads from your website? He goes, I'm actually getting some pretty good leads. I go, awesome. I go, well, so I started to build that friendship and that relationship so well that I was able to ask questions that a lot of people aren't able to ask right away. And I said, if you don't mind me asking, what are you spending a month on your websites? He goes, I'm spending about $1,200 a month on both of them. And again, I just don't know why they just can't do video. So he was so focused on wanting to have a video website. And he was even willing to pay more. And then I said, well, I'll tell you what, my consulting company does all that. We can create you a video website and we can send you updates. We can get together with you once a month and show you where we're at and where we need to be. And not only that, but we can also keep your price the same. And he goes, really? I go, yes. I go, we've got much, much more, but I like to keep things simple. But yes, we can do that. And not only that, I go, we can add this, we can add this, and we can add this, and we can add that. And he was like, are you serious? I go, guess for how much? He goes, how much? I go, $0. Why should you be nickel and dimed? He's like, I like you. He goes, yes, let's set up a time and set up an appointment. Guess what happened, my friends? We built a relationship. I didn't go in there just trying to sell. And then what I did was I had my marketing manager go take a look at all the holes that were in this business. And then I said to Dr. John, I go, I'll tell you what, I know for a fact we can start to double your sales within at least 60 to 90 days. He goes, wow. He goes, let's get together and let's make this happen. Long story short, he ended up being a client. Why? Because it's the art of selling without selling. It's the art of listening. The art of getting to know the person. See, if you get to know the person, they open up. If you try to make the sale, it's going to be really hard. Be yourself. Treat them the way that you want to be treated. And if you treat them the way that you want to be treated, you're going to see someone that's so wealthy, not just financially gained, but wealthy with friends. You never know when you're going to need that person. So this is the reason why I started calling the art of selling without selling. It's about helping people. Number one, focus on helping people. Number two, building the relationship is key. When you have a relationship with somebody, the walls fall down. The walls don't come up when you ask them questions. If you notice how calm I am right now, it's because tonation is very important. Tonation is the tone of your voice. Asking questions, people know when you're sincere or not. People can spot a fake. People can spot a salesperson. Why do salespeople have such a bad rep these days? Because they're focused on selling, they're not focused on helping. And they're just trying to rush their words. There's a time to be excited and there's a time to bring down tonality. God bless you all. I'd love to hear from you. You can also go to edgeonregenshow.com and take a look at what we're doing. If you're looking to want to get your sales doubled, tripled, you can also send me a text, 805-266-6095. Yes, I give my cell number. Let's have a cup of coffee together. Maybe we're not in the same state, but we can have a cup of coffee on Zoom, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. Building that relationship. If you have salespeople that need to learn how to close more, that's what I do. If you have holes in the front desk with the secretary, I help you there too. All 360 around your entire company. If you're looking at wanting to start a company, I'm the guy to call. God bless you all.